Hello, y'all. Hey, everybody. Impromptu live, but I'm here. I'm out here in these streets. Okay, I'm gonna take my glass. I need these. Okay, let me clean them. I need my glasses, y'all. I'm so thankful that I can see. Praise God. Oh my God. Yes, Lord. Hey, y'all. I'm so glad that you're here. We're gonna just do a little bit of live chatting tonight. Hey, I'm out here in these streets. I'm here with y'all. Again, very impromptu. I had not planned to go live, but I am here. And we're going to talk about some things that I very rarely talk about. I post quite a few pictures. I'm always posting pictures. That is what I do. It's a part of my healing journey. Hey, ma'am. But I rarely talk about weight loss because it triggers a lot of people and it makes my inner thug come out because I don't want anybody coming over here trying to tell me how to live my life. I've had enough of that, quite a lot, and I'm done with it. But hey, y'all, I'm glad you're here. All right, we're going to talk a little bit about weight loss, meal prep, and we're going to celebrate all the things. So I just posted a picture on Facebook not very long ago, and I posted a meal prep picture. Now I don't only posted one thing. The kids and I've been working for a couple hours. Excuse me, in the kitchen to get some stuff done. And somebody was asking me, are you going to share with us what you prep? So before I jump into this, I want to say this. Y'all chime in and let me know where you're chiming in from. I want to say this because it's important. Two things. First of all, I'm not a doctor, I'm not a nutritionist. I'm not giving you weight loss advice. I'm not telling you what to do. I'm only sharing the journey that Shakema was on because everybody's body is different. Everybody's physical needs are different. Everybody's economic, socio is different. Everybody's environment is different. And so we all have to adapt and adjust to to what we do to where we are. Minnesota, Lord have mercy, girl. How'd you get in Minnesota? What I miss? Friend, what I miss? Lord Jesus. I probably miss a whole lot. It's on me. It ain't on you, girl. It's on me. So anyway, with that being said, just a little bit of a backstory before we jump into what I was doing tonight. And then I want to share my good news with everybody that did not see it. So I'm 48 years old. I really started feeling like myself coming into who I was as a woman, who I am as a woman, about 45. My 45th birthday was a game changer for me. It really opened me up to just a maturing that I had always been praying about. I pray, God, let me be mature. God, mature me. God, mature me. God, mature me. All the things. Sorry, y'all. My son is texting me. Oh, God. Okay. All right. That's Lord have mercy. Okay, bud. Sorry, that's my oldest son. He was texting me something. Oh my goodness. I missed it. I am so sorry that I missed that. Well, happy congratulations and all the things. So 45 found me outside. It found me feeling good in my body. It found me doing the 75 hard. I was doing all the things. And then I caught COVID. And I think I was on about day 36 when I caught COVID. And I did not get sick like a lot of people do. I had headaches. I was very tired, but that was pretty much the majority of what I had. My doctor asked me, did I want medication? I was like, no, I'm good. I really I'm fine. Went through all of that, couple weeks, got out of quarantine, tried to go back to the 75 hard. So I was off for a while. Then I said, let me go back because I wanted to keep my body in good working order. Went back to the 75 hard. And for those of you who don't know what that is, 75 hard is a program that I found online. It's not my program. I don't know who came up with it. But I put it out there and you do 2 workouts a day, 45 minutes minimum. You read 10 pages of some type of a self-help book or something of that nature. You drink a gallon of water, take a picture every day, a couple other things. And so I went back to do the 75 hard, completed it, finished the whole thing. And all of a sudden, out of nowhere, I was doing a video one day. I was filming a video, a clothing video. And y'all, when I went back to edit the video, now I had preached in May, the weekend after Mother's Day. I had preached for a friend of mine. And I have a picture of me in May, very thin, face all slim, and me in August. So June, July, August, 3 months. In 3 months, I gained 40 pounds. And I just finished a 75 hard. Did not know what was going on with my body. I was losing my mind. I'm like, somebody got to tell me something, because this don't make any sense. I was doing keto. I was eating all the things. I was working out. And all of a sudden, I'm big as a Buick. So I went to my doctor, and I had surgery a couple years ago because I was having some female issues. So I had some surgery done. And all of that got taken care of. And I'm like, well, maybe my hormones are imbalanced now. Can you do the hormone test? She was like, Shakema, I don't put any stock in medicine for this. I really don't think it's anything wrong. I said, look, let me tell you something. And here's the thing I think you have to understand about you and your body. You have to be an advocate for yourself in whatever situation you're in. Because I know me. I've been with me my whole life. Something is not right with me. Here's what I'm telling you. Something is wrong. Miss Sue, I'm going to be back to teaching. I just finished a series, and I just need a minute to get my life together. But I will be back to teaching very shortly. And so she did the test. It came back. It was a little high, but something still wasn't right. So here I am, and I'm telling her I have some very real, true emotions behind how I'm feeling. I don't feel good. I feel defeated in my body. I feel defeated in my mind. I just don't know what I'm doing wrong. I can't seem to make it do what it's supposed to do. And so I say to her, unless you help me figure this out, there's going to be some real problems. And so she says, well, I have a doctor friend who is a lifestyle coach. Let me connect you with her. So I got connected with her. We did an initial meeting. And she said to me, she says, well, Shakema, what I think is that when you started doing the second 75 hard, pushing your body so hard, it pushed you into perimenopause. Now, I'm 40. I was 45 at the time, 46, maybe it's 46 at the time, something like that. And I didn't know a lot about menopause. I didn't know perimenopause was a thing. Excuse me, y'all. That's why I don't go live a lot, because I do that. I didn't know that was a thing. And so what ended up happening was we sat down, we talked, we came up with a plan, thought everything was good, didn't need to see her anymore. Life was great. He absolutely has the final say. Absolutely. At that point, I was 231 pounds. I have been as heavy as 250 pounds. But at that moment, I was 231 pounds when I first went to see the lifestyle coach. Now, she is a medical doctor, and she is in the section where they have the bariatric. She's in the part where they have the bariatric surgery and all that. Now, I have not had surgery. I don't believe in that. I don't believe in cutting myself. I don't believe in that particular form of weight loss for me. I'm not saying I don't believe in it for you. I don't believe in it for me. And so because I don't believe in it, and she actually was not in that particular part of the practice when I started seeing her. She actually moved over there about a year later, because she just helped me sit down, and we talked about what I eat. We talked about my blood pressure, any medications I was on. We talked about intermittent fasting. We talked about keto. We talked about Whole30. We talked about it all. And she was like, Shakema, my life coach does virtual visits, but I don't know that she does them out with people outside of her network. I can't tell you that for sure. I don't know that information. But She was like, I just think you should eat whole foods. I think you should eat across the food pyramid. I think you need to limit this and have more of this. May I have water, please? And, she just gave me all the things. So we sat down and we came up with a plan. And for the next 16 months, and it's been, was it September now? So April, May, June, July, August, September, 17 months. Thank you. We have been on a journey with one another. In the very first year, I think I saw her every 2 months. This past year, I've only seen her twice. And I saw her just to get an update in June, July, in August, because I had to reschedule an appointment. She was sick and I had to reschedule. And then I'm going to see her in a couple months because my blood pressure is acting a little bit crazy right now. Other than that, I just communicate with her through the portal. I send her stuff. She sends me stuff and all of that. So here I am, 231 pounds. Now I got to figure out my life. And so what it ended up being was I had to have a come to Jesus meeting with myself. It was like, Shakema, you got to get on a plan for you, something that's going to work for you, because everybody is depending on you. So what happens when those people who are depending on you don't have you to depend on? If you can't even depend on yourself, then how are you going to take care of everybody else? And one of the things that I struggled with was personal self-care. I can take care of everybody else. I don't need anything. I'm okay. I'm all right. And I was okay and all right being 250 pounds in my brain. I already had a husband. I wasn't trying to attract no man. I didn't want no other man looking at me. But when you go back and you really unpack all of that, that was a little girl who had been abused in her life, who had a lot of things happening. And that was my mechanism. Weight gain, weight was supposed to be my plan to keep people off of me. That was my plan. I was going to get fat. And I used to have long hair down here. And I was going to cut all my hair off, and it was going to make people unattracted to me, and they were going to leave me alone, right? In my family, people in my family that shouldn't have been bothering me in the first place. So all of that compacted into this weight that I put on. And it took me until I got 45 years old, a divorce, 4 children later, single parenting for 13 years at that time. It took all of that. I needed to focus on Shakema. But when you're somebody who's always taking care of other people, that's a hard sell for you because you feel like you're being disloyal to the people that you're with. And it was like, you know what? I love all y'all, but I need a minute. I need to get me together. And it was hard. I'm not sitting here telling you that everything that I did with the doctor and we talked about and chatted and I'm crying and all the stuff, that it was easy. None of it was easy. Y'all, I don't like going to the gym. I don't mind going, but it's not my first love. I'd much rather clean my house than go pump iron, but that's what helps my body. And so I have to do it. And I have to do it as a discipline until it becomes a delight. My pastor preached one time. He said, you do things as a discipline until it becomes a delight. Everybody doesn't want to go to the gym. Everybody can afford to go to the gym. So what do you do when you can't afford to go to the gym? Well, I'm in a lot of, bless you so much. I am in a lot of free groups, like free stuff in your area groups. And people are giving away stuff all the time. I've gotten weights. I've gotten dumbbells. Jackson got a weight set for Christmas 2 years ago that just sat in the garage. I bought him a bench. And I was like, you know what? My friend gave me a stationary bike. I have all of this stuff at my disposal and I'm not using it. That was before I was going to the gym, right? So you pick and pull and piecemeal together. Somebody said to me the other day, well, I don't have the equipment to work out, so I'm just going to walk. If all you can do is walk, do that. And so you just I had to get out of the mindset that I was disappointing all the people in my life who needed me, because if I didn't take care of me, I wouldn't be here for them to need. So the next 16, 17 months, it was constant. What am I eating? What am I not eating? People would ask me, well, Shakema, what do you eat? Or how did you lose the weight? So one of the things that was very important to me was, what am I putting in my mouth? But not just what, how much. So remember, I said my doctor is now in the group where the bariatric people are. Well, you know, when people have bariatric surgery, their stomachs go from this big to this big. So all they can eat is this much. So I would take a regular portion size plate that I was used to eating, and I would cut it in fourths. And I would only eat a fourth of that plate, which, if I go back and think about, because most people say, well, Shakema, you can't live off that. We are supersized people. We always wanted supersized. What I realize now is a quarter of that serving was the actual serving size. I was eating 3 times what I should have been eating in a setting. That didn't mean that I couldn't eat anything else during the day. I could eat additional meals. But if I was eating that much at one meal and the same amount at another meal and the same amount at another meal, I'd already eaten 3 times the caloric intake that I needed for my body every single day. So I had to retrain my brain to only eat 1/4 of what I would fix my plate. So even if you fix your plate, and then I would divide it into fourths, and this is all I would eat for that meal. On top of that, now you got to get into your hydrate. I am a coffee drinker. I would drink a pot and a cup, or a pot and 2 cups of coffee every day. So you change that, and now I drink water, and I may get a cup of coffee in per day. 1 cup, not a pot and a cup. And I'm talking 10 cups, 12 cups, plus 1, 13 cups of coffee. I drink decaf, so I'm not crazy, right? Now I drink 80 to 96 ounces of water a day. So 5 to 6 bottles. I need to add in the 7th, 8th bottle. I need to get 128, but I'm doing 80 to 96, and I'm going to go with that. And I may get in a cup of coffee. So I've had a half cup, because there's a half cup still in here, and it's decaf. So I don't mind drinking it at night. It's not going to bother me. So here I am now. I've got the nutrition kind of down. I've got the hydration kind of down, because I was doing 64 ounces, and she's like, no, Shakema, we need to do more than that. So I was doing, you really should do about 1/2 of your body weight in water, is what it says on the internet. That's all I can tell you. So I probably should be having about 128, 135 ounces of water every day. I get in between 80 and 96. It's the best I can do when I wasn't getting any in before, right? Okay. And so therein lies all of the things that are now starting to work for me. And I've started to see some weight loss. But what else do I need to do? Well, now you got to incorporate moving your body, because it's food management, it's hydration, and it's also movement. What do you like to do? Well, in the very beginning, it was walking. I would walk, and people in my neighborhood I think I started a whole walking thing in my neighborhood, because then I would see people coming out and they would be walking too. Before it was just me. And so people would be out there walking. Well, walking is okay, but my body, for what I need to build muscle. I need to do strength training. But if I'm in my house, I'm going to clean my house versus doing strength training. So I have a gym membership that I wasn't really using. So now I'm going to the gym. It all comes a part of my health insurance, Blue Cross Blue Shield. I have what's called Tivity Health. And with Tivity Health, they have groups all across the country. So if I go to, let's say I go to Minnesota to meet, to hang out with Tiffany, and I need to work out, all I have to do is go to their website, type in her zip code, and they will show me any gyms that are in their network in her city. And I can take my card and go work out at that gym. So I've had this membership for 7, 8, 9 years now. but I haven't always used it. So what's the point in having something that you don't use, but you're paying for it? It's just like cable TV. I'm not paying for that. I don't even watch TV like that. So stop paying for stuff you're not using, or use it because you're paying. So every month I pay my $29 because I got in. Well, I'm grandfathered in. So I have a premium package. I can go to any gym in the country. Some people are restricted to a lesser number of gyms because they're not premium. But when I first got in, it was on the ground floor, and I can go to any gym in the country that's in their network. And so I started working on my nutrition with my coach, managing my blood pressure. I was able to get off of one blood pressure medication. I'm still on one, but it's only a half dose. So I'm on a very small dose, and I've been checking my blood pressures, and actually my blood pressure was normal today. It fluctuates. I didn't always have high blood pressure until I got pregnant with my third child, which was Alana. And since then, I've had issues with the blood pressure, but I didn't have it before. However, at 250 pounds, it might be one of those things that come with it, right? So meal planning, meal prepping, exercise, portion control, all of those things helped me get to this point where I am today. Most people say, oh, she didn't do it this way, she did it this way. Oh, she didn't do it this way, she did it this way. Here's the thing that I want to say to you. Whatever way I did it, it's none of your business. And whatever way you do it is none of my business. I don't have to live with you, and you don't have to live with me. But here's the thing. We should all do it. Because if I want to live long, the Lord said, with long life have I blessed you. How am I going to live long if I'm doing things to my body that are not in cooperation with long life? You can't assume that you're going to live all of your years if you don't take care of your body. It is imperative. This is a temple of the Lord, and we should treat it as such. And I've done that. Now, with all of that being said, I want to share with you my screen really quickly if I can figure out how to get to it, because I can't see nothing. Oh, bless it. Okay, let me see. Well, there it is. Oh, there we go. Hey, y'all. Can y'all see me now? I feel like I quit talking. Oh, Lord. There we go. Okay. So I'm going to share my screen with you because I wanted to show you this. This was very important to me. This just happened, and I'm very proud of it in a sense of an accomplishment, right? It's an accomplishment. So this is, I belong to a Facebook group called it's called Black Women Losing Weight on Facebook. And I've been a part of this group for years and years. And I've never really posted. I've always looked at everybody else's post, and I'm thinking, oh my God, these ladies look so nice. And, you know, they're doing so well and all the things. And, but I've never posted. Okay. And I've really never posted. However, when I started losing weight and my body just looked different, I just wanted to share the journey because it helps me to share with you, right? A lot of people think I share too many photos and too many things. That was a part of my healing journey. I had to take pictures of myself because I was the person who would walk around my house and never look in mirrors. So I really didn't know what I looked like. I knew I was big, but I didn't realize I was that big. And sometimes when I look at myself in the mirror now, I don't realize. I was at the doctor the other day and I had gained 2 pounds. And I was so upset because I'd gained 2 pounds. And she said, but Shakema, you've come so far, and that's probably muscle. I hear you and I understand that. I said, but where I am now at this weight, this is my new fat girl. This is in my brain. I don't look that way, but my stomach will not let me be great. If I could lose these 10 pounds in my abdominals, I would feel amazing. But it's holding on for dear life. And so I got to deal with me to help me feel better and feel like I am making little strides. Because I looked at myself in one picture. I'll show you the picture in a second. And I thought I was doing amazing. When I looked at that picture and realized just how big I was like, oh my word. I didn't realize. So I was posting some pictures in the group, and one of the administrators came in and they asked me if I would submit my story, how I had lost the weight. And I said, absolutely. They said, we won't promise you your story, but submit it and we'll review it and all of that. So this is the picture of me where I thought in the pink, I was really doing well. I was losing weight and I thought I was skinny in my brain. And when I saw the picture, I was like, oh my God, I'm not thin at all. But in my brain, I'm thin. And if you look at this picture, I think I was about 217 pounds then. And I had started the journey at 231 and I had been as heavy as 250. So look at me at 217-ish. And I had been 50. So we're talking already about 37 pounds I had lost in that picture. And I am huge. Now, again, there are some women who are much taller than I am. I'm 5'3", so I'm not very tall. There are some women who are much taller than I, that weight looks very good on them. It didn't look good on me. I looked like a roly-poly. Here I am trying to be I'm out in these streets trying to date. I'm trying to, have a man interested. And I don't mean just somebody who is interested in me because they think I have low self-esteem. So I'm going to do all the things with them, because I've had those men approach me as well. Boy, bye. But I needed to get healthy for myself. And so when they asked me to do this, to submit my story, I was just so overwhelmed with gratitude, and not just to them, but to the Lord for helping me be able to manage my weight. It's still a work in progress. Two of the things that I said that helped me were reducing my portion sizes and strength training. I strength train 5 days a week. 5 days out of 7 days, I am at the gym or in my garage and I'm lifting. I do a program. I don't come up with my own stuff because I'm not that smart, but I also have a group in chat, and we just share with each other. This is what I'm doing today. Okay, great. I'm going to do it as well. And I think there's about 9 of us in the group, and we're from all across the country, everywhere. And we're losing weight together. The other thing, so that was me on the left in pink was me in June of 2023. And then here's me in August of 2024. It's a total night and day difference, because in this picture over here in the yellow, I'm 172 pounds. In the picture on the left, I'm 217 pounds. So I'm down now, 50 plus odd pounds. That doesn't include the 20 plus pounds I had managed to somehow lose on my own, even though I gained a few of them back, but I managed to lose a couple pounds. So here I am, in my newness. This is my new season. It's my new era. I'm in my skinny girl era, right? I'm doing all the things. And so when you're asked about, what was my motivation, I had to get healthy for me. I had to get healthy for myself. I wanted to be able to run Jackson. I couldn't do all the things with Jackson that Jackson needed mom to do as a little baby. I needed to get healthy for me. But the Bible also tells us in Habakkuk 2:2 to write the vision and make it plain, that him who read it might run with it. And so it wasn't just for that. I had ulterior motives in my weight loss for myself as well. Y'all, these ads, I'm sorry, they just going to be ads on this little vlog. It was navigate being single, being divorced, having small kids, being a single mom, all the things. But I always kept my future in mind. I desire to be married. I desire to be very healthy in my body because I can't give my husband my body as a gift to him for the first time. I have children. I've been married before, but I can give him the gift of long life. If I can give him that, then I hope that suffices for him not being the first person that I've ever been with as a married person. You know what I'm saying? And that's important to me. A lot of people would say, well, Shakema, at your age, everybody has done the things. Everybody has not done the things. And I feel bad that I did the things. I was married, but I still feel bad for the new husband that I'm praying for. So my best gift to him was the best Shakema I could be. And I had to write that down before me because it helps me go to the gym every day. It helps me go and do my workouts every day. It helps me to be able to eat what I'm supposed to eat. It helps me to not have something else when I'm at my quota for the day. So anywho, and then here I am in this particular burgundy dress on the left. I was 231 pounds in that picture. Of course, I have the tummy. It's always there. I probably had on 2 girdles that day, and I'm still big. Look at my legs. A lot of people like big legs, and there I am. Yams is yamming, honey. When you look at me, I think that picture in the orange was in July. And that is a filter, y'all. My makeup don't look that flawless all the time, but that's kind of a filter from TikTok. But I do look markedly thinner. I don't even want to say almost half of me, but I am much, much thinner than I was. And so for me, I need to be able to see the before and the after. And then I share it out because I want other people to know, hey, if I did it, you can do it as well. What was some other things? It just talked about my eating habits, my workout routine. Again, I work out 5 days a week, strength train, and 2 days a week I do a cardio walking, riding the stationary bike or the treadmill. Now, some people say, well, Shakema, you don't need to work out as much. Your body needs to rest. So when I'm doing the stationary bike, or if I'm doing the treadmill, my body is at rest, even though I'm moving it. Does that make sense? I can still do that. I probably need a break between the weights because most days I'll do upper body, then I'll do lower body, then I'll do full body. So if I do an upper body, a lower body, then I'll take a cardio day, either ride the bike for 20 minutes or I do the treadmill for 30 minutes. Then I go back to full body, then it's upper body, then a break, then lower body, then full body. So I'm working all the parts of my body. I'm giving myself a day between, and I'm resting even though I'm moving, and then I go back to the next muscle group. And then at one day, I do all the muscle groups at one time. Does that make sense? Okay. So if you get a chance, go over and check out that story. It's a pretty neat story for me to be able to share that with you all. God is gracious to me. I'm very thankful for him because he helps me to be able to do all of the things. Now, I work out 7 days a week. In August 1st, I decided to do a challenge called the 365-day challenge. 365 days to work out from August 1st to August 1st of the next year. So August 1st, 24 to August 1st, 25 is my 365-day challenge. It's just something I'm doing with myself, by myself. And I've had a couple other friends that have wanted to join me as well, and it's perfectly fine. I didn't put it out to the masses because I don't want to be responsible for anybody. I want to be responsible for me. I can't be responsible for anybody else. This is your journey. You have to want it for you. And if you don't want it for you, that's fine. I'm going to go get it for me because there are things that I want to do. That there's a part of marriage that I want to enjoy wholeheartedly. and I want to be naked and unashamed, and just like Adam and Eve, they didn't feel no problems, and I don't want none either. So I do go out to do that. With that being said, I go back to food now. So today I came home. Two problems that I have. One is I need to get my caloric intake in, and I need to be in a calorie deficit. So I think it lets me have about 1,799 calories. So about 1,800 calories is what I can have. I try to break that down to about 1,300 because I want to be in a deficit. I need to be in a deficit of about 3,600 calories per week to lose a pound. So if I'm losing 2 pounds a week, I need to be at a deficit of 7,000 calories. Hey, ma'am. So if I do 500 calories for 7 days, that's only going to give me a pound. I can't do lower than that because I need to make sure that I'm getting in enough calories not to deteriorate my muscles when I go and work out. So if I don't have meals prepped, or if I don't have food prepped, then that leads to poor decisions, right? That leads to poor decisions. We just think of stuff. We don't really follow recipes too much in our house. We just come up with stuff on our own. I'm a fairly good cook because my grandmother was a good cook, and I just know what to do. So that's how we kind of do it over here. So I didn't have any food today. I didn't have anything prepped. So I took today as a fasting day. It's okay to fast. I can do intermittent fasting, but I can't do it every day because my body needs nourishment. I need to eat to live. I don't live to eat. I need to put the right things in my body. So one thing that I really love are cucumbers. Now they're a little bland to some people. Some people don't love that taste of it. I need the crunch, so I don't eat chips. So I like cucumbers. And I take cucumbers, I put a little bit of dressing. One of the things that gets us in a lot of trouble is dressing. Calm the dressing down. Put enough and then shake up your salad real good, and it kind of spreads itself out. I'm not saying don't have any because I do have dressing. And I put a little bit of dried fruit and some almonds on top of my cucumbers, and that's what I had for lunch. I also made some pesto, basil, walnuts, and I don't even like walnuts, but ground up, you can't taste them. That bitterness is gone. So basil, walnuts, Parmesan cheese, lemon juice, olive oil makes a very good pesto, keto friendly too. And I put that on 2 pieces of bread, and that is what I had for lunch. So 2 pieces of bread with pesto and a cucumber. I ate the whole cucumber. I think Alana gave me the whole one. It may just been a half, but I ate that for my lunch. But then I went to work out, and I did a 45 minutes today. Glutes burnout. So glute burnout. And then I needed to come home and eat protein to be able to rebuild the muscle. So my protein goal for the day is about 106 grams of protein. I do not like to drink my calories. I like to chew. So protein shakes and smoothies and drinks and stuff like that do nothing for me. I want to chew my calories. You have to figure out for you what's good and what's not, what you like and what you don't. I don't want to, I need something, right? Okay. So I came home, went to the grocery store, came home, and I got a couple of things on sale. I bought Steakum. It wasn't in my budget to buy steak. So I bought Steakum. It was buy one, get one free. You buy what you buy, I'm gonna buy what I buy. I cooked both boxes of that. You're going to see it in the video tomorrow for those of you who watch the grocery haul. I cooked 2 boxes of that. I divided it. Half went into meal prep. Half was for dinner tonight. And I wanted a bun. So I got a keto bun from the grocery store and a piece of cheese. I actually had 2 slices of cheese because I'm trying to use cheese as a protein supplement as well. I don't take any, I don't do protein powders. I don't do anything like that. I just eat food. Probably so, unless you're doing way high protein or keto, it's a little bit more fat, protein. Depending on what plan you're doing and what your body type is, it could be different for everybody. On my keto app, it tells me, and I'm not even doing keto anymore, but I'm just using that app for protein purposes. It tells me 106 grams of protein based on what I want my body to look like in a year from now. So get your macros in. Sometimes it takes a while to understand how to do your macros. That's why you can use Carb Manager is what I use. My Fitness Pal is another one. I Track Bites is kind of like WW program. So you want to use whatever works well for you. So I took half of that meat. I did buy some rice. I made 2 cups of rice in my Instant Pot. Use your Instant Pot to make things. I did 2 cups of rice, 4 cups of water. It's Uncle Ben's white rice. I just did white rice. I didn't do brown. I did white. And so once that cooked up, I took half of the rice and put it into that meat with a full container of spinach. Cooked it all down, put a little bit of the pesto in for some flavor, and that became a meal. I was able to make 6 little small containered meals from that particular item. Now, I may not eat all 6. My kids eat some of my meals as well, whatever I cook. So that might be 2 a piece for us. The next thing I bought tonight was protein yogurt. I got like the Oikos. I get that. I like the lemon. I like strawberry has 20 grams of protein. The lemon has 15 grams. So if I eat one of those, it gives me 15 grams, but I have a texture issue. There are certain things I can't palate. So I can only eat half a yogurt at a time. So it's going to give me 7.5 grams. But if I eat the whole thing for the day, I've gotten 15 grams of protein. Does that make sense? So if I'm trying to eat 3 meals and 2 snacks, yogurt twice is 2 snacks. I put a little bit of nuts on top and a little bit of dry fruit and a little bit of sugar-free caramel sauce. I have like it's like my mini dessert because I'm not having dessert right now. So I would have that in my morning snack, my evening snack, and then 3 meals throughout the day. If I'm doing 3 meals, some people do 1 meal a day. Some people fast. Some people do an eating window. It's whatever works best for you. So that was 1 meal. Then I picked up some smoked neck bones, pork neck bones. I don't know if y'all are from the country. I'm from the country. We like neck bones around here, so we cook them. So I put the neck bones, and then I took 2 cans of Margaret Home greens. Now, before you come for me, and I did not send for you, sit down. I planted greens in my garden, but they're not up yet. So I had to take it where I could take it, right? I had some Margaret Home greens. I added a little bit of bacon grease. We always save our bacon grease to flavor, and it also gives me fat, right? It helps give me some fat, which helps me to stay fuller longer. So I put a little of that, little crushed red pepper flakes, season it, put it in my Instant Pot for 45 minutes to cook down that meat. And now I have neck bones, greens, and whatever was left from the rice. I made 6 bowls of that. So again, 2 for me, 2 for my son, 2 for my daughter. That gives me a couple meals. We bought a big pack of pork chops. I love pork chops. Sometimes they're a little expensive. I don't always buy them, but we just season those up real good, threw them in the air fryer for about 35 to 40 minutes because they were pretty thick chops. And so now I think there were 6 to 8 chops in that package. That's all cooked and done. It's in the fridge. I just have to pull one out. If I've done a workout and I need protein very quickly, I can grab that. I can also have potatoes. I do like potatoes. The other thing that I eat, because some people ask me in the morning before I go to work, if I'm going to eat. Sometimes I don't eat until I get to work. But I'll do 1 egg, a 1/4 cup of egg whites, and a 1/4 cup of cottage cheese. I don't like the texture of cottage cheese plain, but I can whip it up in eggs and cook it together. It gives it a little bit of creaminess, but it also gives me about 7 grams of protein as well. So again, I'm counting proteins all day. Think about how much we eat. I have a media air fryer in my DEA. It's a dual basket air fryer. So it's like an oven at the bottom with a basket at the top. So I do both cycles to cook things. I can have sweet potatoes. I can have a limited amount of corn, but I can have anything green. So I spend a lot of time eating the green things. That helps me stay full. I love greens. I love broccoli. I love all those types. I love Brussels sprouts. I love all of that. I spend very minimal time trying to eat white things, although I did make white rice today, and I'll eat potatoes every now and then. If I do a hard workout, I'm going to have a potato, or at least I will allow myself that if I feel like it. Sometimes I'm still playing that keto game in my head where you can't have the white foods, if that makes any sense, the more carbs. I try to stay away from carbs as best I can. Now, what everybody wants to know, do you have a cheat meal? Do you cheat, Shakema? There are times I'll go to the grocery store and I'll see something sweet that I want and I'll get it. And I'll eat a bite or I'll eat the whole thing. I've had my fix and my fill for the day. I don't eat anything else. I don't do that all the time because my body cannot handle sweets. I am a sweets person. I like them a lot. And so if I let myself indulge too much, I go right back to that thing and I'm weaning myself off the sweets for days and days and days. So I just prefer not to do it at all because it's not helpful and beneficial for me. What else did I make? I cut up some strawberries that way that we have ready stuff. I've got some little cuties. I try to take things in bite sizes or hand size. I do a snack of apple, a little bit of peanut butter, and a little bit of the sugar-free caramel sauce on top. That gives me a little bit of that sweet. It gives me the protein in the peanut butter, and I get a fruit in. But I'm eating one apple, and instead of getting a ginormous apple, I'm getting the smaller apples. Well, Shakema, you're not getting all of your money's worth. I know, but if I eat the ginormous apple at one setting, that's like eating 4 apples or 3 apples and counting all those calories. So for me, I'd much rather have a small one, which is my regular serving size, and then have another one. I hope that makes sense. Sometimes I do. We don't eat soups a lot until it gets kind of cooler, but if I do have cauliflower, I will use it to make soup. But we haven't had soups in quite a while. Although we did make a soup the other day, we didn't eat much of it because it just is still too hot here for that. So it's not something we do in the hot months. Moving towards the cooler months, we will have more soups, and we will substitute cauliflower if we don't have rice or if I'm trying not to have carbs that particular week or number of meals. It just depends on what I'm feeling like in my body. I was outside doing something the other day and Alana said, "Oh, Mom, your legs look so skinny." And I told her, I said, "But I feel like the Goodyear blimp." So it's just how I feel. And I still have days when I do feel bigger than I am. And there are days when I will look in the mirror and I'm going, "No, girl, you're doing good." It's just my stomach right now that will not cooperate. So the girls and I have decided, my workout group have decided that we're going to do our workout plus abs, right? A 10-minute ab video. But I'm not starting that until October. So October 1st will be the 61st day that I've been on this 365-day challenge thing. And I'm going to do 2 things. I'm going to up my weights and I'm going to add in the ab workout. So I'm not adding anything in for September. I did August and September just to get my body used to going back to the gym as many days, right? So I use 10s, 12s, 15s, and 17 and a halves. Those are the weights that I use. When I'm doing lower body, I use heavier weights. When I'm doing upper body, when I'm doing shoulders, I'll even back down to fives because I don't have a lot of good shoulder strength. But when I'm doing flies, I do a smaller weight. When I do raises, I do a smaller weight. But when I do like bicep curls, ouch. When I do bicep curls, when I do Arnold Schwarzenegger's, when I do hammers, I use a little bit of more of a heavier weight. But anything, dead rows, Romanian deadlifts, step ups, lunges, walking lunges, traveling lunges, I'll do a heavier weight. Now I can do 25s, I can do 30s, but I'm weaning myself. I'm working myself back into weight training because I used to train quite a lot before. I've even thought about training for an amateur bodybuilding contest, but I don't have any. I have no comfort level wearing that type of bikini thing that they have to wear in the contest. And I do not want to look like a man. I don't want to have all those muscles. I want to be very feminine, even though I want to be healthy. So I try not to bulk. I'm not bulking or putting on much muscle. I'm building enough muscle to manage the fat cells. Okay. All right, y'all. I think that's all I need to say. I think I've said it all. Any more questions? As I think of things, I'll try to come on and share with you. Again, let me just say this. Your body is your body. You can't compare it to mine. I'm 5'5" 3/4". Some of y'all are 5'7", 5'9", 5'10", 6'1". You can't compare. I've been on my journey for 16 months, 17 months. Some of you have been on a journey for 17 days and you don't see any movement. You can't compare. It is about what are your goals. I have very specific goals that have to do with myself and my husband. Those are my goals. My kids are grown now. They don't need me. It is all about me and him now. Thank you so much. I appreciate. So my goals have everything to do with what I'm looking forward to in my marriage. And I got to get it together. I've got to get this together. And then traveling for ministry. I want to be able to go and I want to be able to do, and I want my body to be healthy. If I got to preach 3 days in a row, if I got to be in 4 cities in a week, I don't want to be dragging. I want to be well in my body. So whatever you do, the first thing I would do is consult with my doctor. Go to your doctor, say, listen, this is where I am, and make them listen to you. Make them listen. You pay them, remember. And I had to make my doctor listen. I said, I understand what you're saying, but you're not listening to me. And I've been with her for a long time. And it was the first time that I'd gotten a little, ma'am, you need to listen to me because I am telling you what I'm dealing with. You're not listening. Well, I just really don't think it's not about you. I even said that. It's not about you. This is about me. And I want it done. That was when I was trying to get her to do that blood work. She did not want to do it. And I said, I don't, it's not about, this is about me and how I feel. I said, it may not show you anything, but it's going to make me feel better. It's going to give me something to deal with. Okay, Shakema, that's not the problem. So it's probably what you're putting in your mouth is the problem. Yes, ma'am. I was in Dallas last September. I was in Dallas. I was in San Antonio in July of this year. I will be in Houston in June of next year. So quite a bit of traveling. I really want to be in Indiana in November, but I don't think that is going to happen for me. I've got some other things that I need to do. So I don't think it's going to happen financially. I've been praying and asking God if he wants me to go to send the money, but whatever. So anywho, y'all, I got to go. We have work tomorrow. Those of you who are in the path of the storm, please, please, please know that we're praying for you guys. The county I live in, we just had that bad storm. We probably were on the news. I'm sure y'all have seen us. Southeast North Carolina, we had tropical depression, cyclone number 8. Right before Helene. Our storm did not have a name, just a number, and it devastated our whole entire area. We are just getting back to school this week. Some schools are still not open. We have 2 schools coming back tomorrow. My schools had kids come back today, and we still have, I think it's 4 or 6 schools that have not come back yet because the roads are still washed out or damaged. Who's to say? You never know, ma'am. I might be there sometime for sure. I'll put it on my list of things. But we are prepping for the storm here. While it's not supposed to hit us directly, we know that there will be some outer bands of rain and different things. So please be careful if you're in the direct path of the storm in Florida. My son moved from Florida, and I was very thankful because those storms come there quite often. They hit us or they hit them. We're in North Carolina. He was in Florida. He's not in Florida anymore, thank God. So just be mindful. Get what you need. Go to the grocery store, get the things, sandbag. If you have the ability to evacuate and they're telling you to do so, please do so. 10 minutes from where I live up the road, they had people having to be boated out of their homes. They had to take boats to get people out of their homes, and boats on the highway. We had people stuck on the road for 24 hours. They couldn't move. They could not move. The road had collapsed and washed out in places. They were stuck. There was nowhere they could go. And so it's dangerous out here. Be very, very careful and know that we're praying for you. All righty, y'all. I got to go because it's almost 10 o'clock. It's past my bedtime. I'm old. I go to bed at 9. Anywho, I love you guys. Thank y'all so much for watching. Please, if you're on YouTube or Facebook, like the video for me. That just helps us get out to algorithm. It really does help us. We appreciate you guys. I will be teaching some, but it's only going to be on my other channel. Remember, when I start my teachings back, it's going to be on the other channel, my First Love Ministries with Shakema Wilson channel. So I'm going to I'll try to post it in the community tab. Hey, y'all, meet me over there, and make sure you're subscribed to that channel. Love you guys. Kim, I'm not sure about Saturday because depending on that storm, we may have a members meeting. I can't promise, but I'll text you. All right, y'all.